welcome back to Opportunity Roll. I hope you guys remember me. My name is Winter. I am the editor currently for Opportunity Roll. I am finally back from maternity leave, which means for the next 2 months, give or take, we're going to be uploading an episode twice a week, every Monday and Friday. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and leave a comment to let us know how we're doing. Now, with that out of the way, I hope you enjoy the episode.
Okay, so we are on the road, headed. I believe our plan was to go to the Wolf's Pass forest and then crack the travel crystal so that our trip through the forest is okay.
Okay. Well, is it just goats that we purchased?
I will also buy, 2 gold's worth of feed, which is a lot of feed.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I know everything that we've purchased, so that way I'm not like blown out the side when somebody goes, "Oh, I pull out this golden mace."
Well,
Okay.
Do we have enough rope between all of us?
Also, we almost forgot something. We cleaned out the place.
Yes, I said that in like our recap, but yeah, we finished cleaning.
Yeah, and I want to know if we got anything out of it. Keeping in mind, Martha's thrifty.
Just to back up that question too, do we have rope for everybody, or for those who want it?
I have like 10 rope, so I have some.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what is the question? It slipped by my ears.
Rope. Do you have rope? Because I think we used some rope at one point.
Martha does not. Actually, she has explorer's pay. Yes, she does.
I have rope as well, so it has rope.
Then we should.
Yes,
We should
Zereth still has an explorer's pack and hemp and rope.
Yes, I assume is it in units of 50?
Yep, each
Whenever you
one
get it
is
with the pack?
50 feet of hemp
Okay.
and rope.
Okay, so yeah, we've got at least 150 between Soot, Zer, and Moment.
Castor still has some rope. Too.
Good God. Okay, we've got so much rope. Corey.
Yes.
Can I give you another Constitution save? Because it has been another night, and I will say Soot did not sleep.
How many nights is that on total?
This would be the second night.
Then you will immediately get an exhaustion point. The first one is because, like, most people can stay up for a night and do an all-nighter and still kind of be okay. After, like, the second night, that's when I'm like, yeah, you're definitely getting a point.
Yep, I got it. I'm at 2 points of exhaustion.
Question. Move.
Yeah.
Question. Is it visible to us at this point by now that he's, like, clearly suffering?
Oh,
probably.
God, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Under eye
Martha
marks
is yeeting him into the cart.
Yeah, no, I had an idea, actually. But we'll get to that later.
I also have an idea if I see him, but I feel like it'd be overstepping moments like for like tolerance.
That's such a good word. I don't know. Certain moment I have hung out a bit already.
Well, not with you, but probably with the whole group, because I was thinking of just casting sleep on him.
So after a night,
it's
okay. After a night of shopping, getting a little bit of rest for some of us, we'll exit out the gates. I guess we're heading west?
West to Tansel, correct.
Yeah, west. So you guys, I'd say in a single day, you could probably make it to the crossroads, which would give you about another travel to Wolf Pass Forest. But pausing before we go too far, because I know you guys wanted to use your travel crystals, and kind of getting into travel crystals a little bit more for the listeners, because we really haven't used them much. Travel crystals are these things that you can kind of break or kind of shatter, and what it does is it keeps like this magical essence around either the person who broke it or the group of people around, because it kind of clusters around living objects, and it kind of gives off this like scent of either like a really large creature or something that like low level, like most things will not mess with. Save there are like certain things that it might not work against for like humans and other things like that. But for the most part, it gives you safe travels on the road. So they're probably about an inch or two long. Kind of looks like your general crystal, but they're really fragile. You can kind of feel the brittleness in your fingers just when holding them. So if you guys wish, you can drop one down, stomp on it, give yourself a bit of good travel, I think was the plan at least.
I believe we are going to be saving that to the forest, given that this is like a main road and should be okay, and we're just more worried about predators in the forest. But if anyone else wants to crack one, then they're welcome to it.
Well, if that's the case, can I have someone roll me a 1d100, please?
I can.
I can do it.
Oh, Rodeo, go ahead. I'll allow you.
Fear.
Rolling the dice, it says 91.
91. Interesting. It's going to start raining. So you guys are going to get a few hours out of town. Everything's going to seem fine, and it's going to start with a light trickle. Nothing much. Kind of one of those days where like you'll feel like a speckle on your head here and there, and just kind of wipe it off, look up, and go, "Is it going to rain?" The sun's still out, and there's not a lot of clouds. But eventually, it doesn't even need clouds. It's just the day becomes a little bit dimmer, kind of like the clouds have spread out, and the light's still shining through, but you're going to get like a little bit more of a trickle. Eventually, though, after some kind of rough maneuvering through some of these roads, because they're not the greatest roads right now, after the last storm and the hurricane that you guys had not too far away from here, it's a little bit mucky, a little rough. Maybe a tree has fallen in the way. You might have to slide that out of the way, but you will make it to the crossroads, safe and sound. Ooh, you know what? I even have a map for y'all.
Ooh, okay.
I would say Moment's probably like entirely different than he has been since the party has seen him. He's more like his stance is kind of different. He's happy. He's like just living in the moment, as some would say.
So at this point, looks like a wet turd. So that's how Soot is doing.
I say once you guys reach this crossroads, you'll notice that there is kind of like a cutout in the trees here, as if maybe another group or something has passed by. There's kind of like the smolders of what used to be a fireplace, but it looks like it hasn't been lit in days, maybe. But it does look like a fresh patch of grass if you guys wish to sleep here. At this point, it is getting late in the day. The sun has gone down, and the crickets come out.
I'll take first watch. You can get some rest.
You know, not to overstep my boundaries, but you don't look like you really should be even standing. So you look like you're...
You look like shit, honey.
Yeah.
Well, but if I'm not supposed to be standing, then I wouldn't be. But I am, so I am.
What would Martha roll to just very lightly kick him so he's on the ground? You know, like sweep his feet.
I guess that would be an athletics versus a acrobatics roll. Kind of like a grapple.
Dang. I was going to ask if I could do athletics, but acrobatics work.
Nope. She just sort of gently kicks your legs. Oh,
it still works. Soot is not agile.
Yeah, you are tired.
Oh, well, you're on the ground, honey. That means it's bedtime.
At the same time,
I was gonna say when you're on the ground, you can go. Actually, Callisto, you can go. Sorry.
Okay, you're good. At the same time, Callisto is gonna go bear form, and as quickly as possible, go up to Soot and just flop on him.
Y'all are gonna crush my body.
I might smother him.
Yeah,
No, I'm not trying to crush him. I am actively trying to pin his legs.
I'll pass
Oh,
out.
just his legs. Okay.
Yeah, just his legs.
Okay.
So we
You
can't
know-
move.
I could, we don't have to go to this extreme. I can just, I have a spell that could probably, just put him to sleep and he can
Do
have it.
Do I not get to say in this?
So do I. Let me try something.
Do I?
Castor will point a finger at Soot,
Do I not get to
and
say
he will
any
just
of this?
say, "Sleep."
Are you commanding me?
Yes.
Does that work?
Yeah. It's a one-word command that a creature can see and write. It doesn't have.
What is
like,
the
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh no! That's my worst one. Hold on. You found Soot's weak spot. The
Good.
negative wisdom.
That was good to know. Oh,
Oh,
God.
God. Natural
that's
20. But see,
Wait, doesn't he have disadvantage because
Not till
got,
not till 3. Third is
points
attacks
of
and saves.
exhaustion? Damn.
I have disadvantage on abilities and half speed.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. Let me try.
Everyone, I'm fine. If I was supposed
What?
to sleep, I would be asleep. Please.
Hit him with it, moment.
if you don't sleep, you make yourself a danger to all of us.
That does not work on me.
Damn.
Well, I mean, we're about to sleep anyways. I'll hit you again.
Yes, that's 23 total, correct? If I'm reading that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sleep.
Yeah, that doesn't work. And, oh god, make it.
Magic. What? Wait, what?
Oh, he has to make a, show spell description.
Oh my god, please, does anyone else in the area around me have less than 23 hit points so they can go to sleep?
Jason passes out.
Yes!
Castor's 24. But I
29.
did command you to sleep again.
Yes.
Martha's drowsy. She's going to go tuck poor
Ooh.
Jason in.
One!
Out like a light bulb.
See, here's the thing, though. There is literally a spell called sleep. I don't know if it would be justified to allow command to put somebody to sleep.
It's a single word.
And it says
But-
as long as it's not directly harmful to the creature. And it's not directly harmful to him.
Well, here's
Also,
the
not
fall-
an action you can choose to do
Yeah.
normally.
Yeah.
You can't be like, I'm going to sleep now. Take my action.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like that's pushing the spell just a tad.
But
Because there
Maybe to
is
relax.
a spell called sleep. I mean, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or a dick. I'm just saying, like, I'm here to facilitate the rules.
well, then you could say that he has to start trying to go to sleep. He doesn't have to fall asleep
Yeah.
with then.
Go lay down. Go lay down.
Well, it's one word command, so my command is
From
sleep,
what I've
so he's-
Googled, it's basically like sleep would technically keep you
You
asleep.
could do rest.
And then-
Rest would imply an action.
Rest could be anything between relaxing to, yeah.
It would be helpful
I mean,
to him still.
Can I offer this? Can I make a constitution to like not fall asleep? Like I am laying down, being snuggled by a bear, being magically compelled to fall asleep, not like actively pushed to sleep by sleep, but like just like a command to sleep. So like I fell asleep for 6 seconds. This is about like waking back up after that 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take that.
Somebody hit him with a bane, quick.
Okay, that's an 11 Constitution save.
If you're going against my spell save DC, it doesn't work.
Jason's passed out, so he can't even help.
I always found that jokes help a person go to sleep. Let me tell you one that I always liked.
Oh,
Did you
no.
hear about the blacksmith who was trying to make a belt with clocks on it? He found it was just a waste of time.
The fucking Monkey King is in this book?
Nice.
Wukong.
Journey to the East?
Sun will call.
Journey to the west. Sorry.
Anyways,
Okay.
that joke was horrible. Thank you, dear.
I try.
Did you hear about the baker whose bakery burned down? His business is now toast.
I like your style.
Can I ask a question? Because I'm actually just going to assume that Sooda's asleep. Are y'all moving their body anywhere, or are y'all just like, just
yeah.
right out in the open is
Oh,
fine?
I was going to continue staying flop until someone tells me otherwise, and you are well and truly asleep.
Martha smooches that bear snoot. Mwah!
Zereth's just going to sit down beside Soot's unconscious body, just in case he decides to wake up, and he'll say, I guess I'll take first watch. Anybody with me?
I'll do it.
Callisto just rolls off.
I'm not very tired, so yeah, I'll take first watch with you. Also, as we're talking, Corey, I want to be using my sorcery points, all 3 of them, to regain my 2nd level spell slot.
Okay.
Just in case that he's, I guess the kind of thing you'll see his hand holds out and like maybe like clocks are like spinning around in it, and it just seems like magic is returning to him.
So there's going to be a moment while you guys are sitting around the fire where it's just going to get this feeling like something is watching. Kind of like that feeling you had back in town.
Uh-oh.
Anybody feeling that?
Wait, is that for just the 2 on watch?
Just the 2 on watch.
Yeah. Hold on a moment. I'm going to check around for a little bit. Just make sure that Soot's comfortable.
Yeah, we should check it out.
All right. If anything attacks you, scream, and I will run and help.
Then I will go to the middle of the road, where the carriage is marked on the map, but I assume we didn't park the carriage in the middle of the road. I'll go into the crossroads, and I'll start using the open sky as a night light to peer into all the trees, giving myself a little time to adjust my eyesight as I move to each cluster.
Just going to hear, what are we looking for?
Stop that.
Stop what?
That.
What?
You a pixie?
No.
Some kind
Where
of...
do you keep your crystal?
Around my neck, like a low-hanging pendant.
When in talks, when you hear the voice, it kind of glows a little.
Some kind of genie inhabits a stone.
No. Close.
Are you benevolent?
What does that mean?
Kind. No ill will.
Well, I don't want to hurt you. In fact, I don't want to hurt any of you. I'd like to consider you guys friends.
What if I say I believe you?
Cool.
What next?
We keep traveling. You're already going where you need to be. Not that you have to go anywhere.
I'm gonna clutch the pendant hard, not as though I'm trying to strangle it or anything, just sort of like maybe to feel if it's getting warm when it lights up, but at the same time, I'm continuing to look around at the trees to make sure no one's watching.
Okay.
And then I'll return to the fire, and I'll just simply say to Moment, "There's nothing. There's no one here. Could be the
Yeah.
breeze."
Now, was he far enough away where I didn't see him do anything, or were you? I guess first off, were you saying all that out loud?
Yes, I was saying it out loud.
Okay. Would he have walked far enough away where I couldn't hear him?
He would have
Probably.
tried. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it would have spoken if you were within range. Even if it was in with range, I think it's been pretty slick if trying to speak to him. So it'll wait for that perfect moment.
Are you sure do we still feel like we're being watched?
A little bit.
But you know, just to be sure, it's probably not going to be large enough, but I'm going to get up and I will pull out. I think it's either a chalk or whoops, wrong thing. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out a wire with a bell and just in a square, a 20-foot square around where we're sleeping and around us, we'll cast alarm. We'll ritually cast it.
Okay.
And I will make it to where it will be in almost like the Big Ben from London's like ringing if something comes, like triggers it.
Where would you
Okay.
like to set your 20-foot cube?
Let's see, if we're all right around the fire, I'd probably put it. Let's see. I'd probably. Like, if I can do it here, maybe? Or is that too big?
That works.
Okay. I want it just enough to where the parties where they're sleeping at and the fire where we're sitting at is covered. Like, we're in the circle. I mean, square.
All right. There may be some overlaps, maybe some feet sticking out or something, but other than that,
Yeah.
I'd say it's pretty decent placement.
Whoop. There we go. I'll turn to Zereth. It's like this is just an extra precaution. It's a little bit of magic I know that will set up an alarm if anything I don't want passes through the wire. So none of our friends here will trigger it if they leave for some reason.
All right. I think that's some good thinking, but if you don't mind, I'm just gonna move Callisto so that she doesn't wake up in her human form, splayed and all over soot. And he's going to rock the bear back and forth.
Important question.
Before
Has
the
it
hour
been an
is
hour
over.
yet? Yeah.
Yeah, before the hour is up, because he knows she's mentioned that before, and he doesn't want her just like human form on top of soot. Might be awkward.
Sauce.
Would definitely make Castor a little upset.
Yeah.
We don't
I
want
see
that.
that smile.
But he's going to also whisper to her when she awakens, and assuming it's like right on the border, and she like wakes up and she's like, "Oh, it's almost an hour," and she turns back into a human. Would that be fair?
Yeah, she absolutely would do that, seeing you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not quite through our watch yet, but I might have use of your magical powers if you can spare a spell.
I have all of my magic. What do you need?
I prefer there be no questions, but we'll give you this. I'm making something. And I think it could benefit from some of the spells that I've seen you use before.
Okay, sure. What you need?
Could you spare a moonbeam?
There is this look of on her face because she's never cast that spell. But she does have it prepared. It just says, yeah? Why? Right, you said no questions. Yes, who am I aiming it at?
Not who. But I appreciate it. If we just go around the corner, I want you to beam this. And he holds up Finn's dog tag.
Did you give that back to me yet, or I thought you took a piece of it? I thought you took something from it.
There was a conversation about filing some off of it. I don't remember if that was something that I stated that I intended to do, though.
I think it happened, if I recall correctly.
Okay. Then he's going to hold up the vial of silver.
She just looks at it and says, how would Moonbeam... You said no questions. I keep forgetting you said no questions. Okay, here, let's just take it over there so I don't harm any innocent bystanders.
So a little further away so the light doesn't startle anybody.
That counts as harming innocent bystanders.
Good to know the rules in your book.
Waking up Soot counts as harming innocent bystanders at this point, honestly. Okay. So we take the vial of silver to a far enough away point, I guess. Just put it down and cast, or what's the...
No ritual here, no madness to my method.
Okay then. She just takes a very deep breath and then sits down and attempts to cast Moonbeam. And I'm assuming it works. So this beam of light, I imagine hers is vaguely green, because some of her druidic magic, and that's kind of the color of her magic. It's vaguely green, comes down and hits this vial, and then
Zereth will just be crouching beside it, watching the magic sparkle among the fragments of silver, and then at some point he'll just wave Callisto off and he says, that should be good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, certainly. Please rest assured I do have questions, but per your request I shall avoid asking them for the moment.
I thank you for your spell sincerely, and I guarantee you that I think we'll all be happy with the result. If my method works.
Alright. Do you need me to take next watch, by the way?
You could, if you could spare the hour.
Certainly.
You cast a spell, didn't you?
I cast Moonbeam.
That breaks your long rest.
It does. Doesn't it?
Well, then you best not take the next watch. You best get to sleep. We have enough people that we can cover watch without you. We can spare an extra hour at the end of the rest so you can get your spells back.
I mean, I'm already awake. I might as well, and I can take the rest of my nap in the cart. It'll work.
What you guys doing out here?
Hi, Jason.
You'll hear the soft footprints coming up from behind you.
Could you please not sneak up on us again? Jesus. Who is that god?
Just walk.
Pelicos.
You know, it might have something to do with my shoes.
Oh, Hello,
Did I
Jason.
scare you?
Yes. Yes,
Oh.
you did. You do that a lot.
I don't remember.
Maybe I'm just bad at portraying fear. All right. Hi. Why are you out here, if I may ask, with all due love and respect?
I've been sleeping most of the day, so I'm not really tired. Been asleep since the whole apparent thing of whatever happened.
Well, to be fair, you are recovering from dying, to my knowledge.
You need somebody to take the next watch?
I think that would be shiny. Thank you for volunteering, Jason.
Yeah.
Maybe for everybody's safety, don't do it by yourself.
Yes, I was going to ask, do you have anyone along with you?
Well, I was going to wake up Martha.
The moment he says her name, is just what? Is something matter?
No, it's just watch time.
Oh. Phew. Hey, dears.
I would have said as they walked back, Momo would have probably been sitting there polishing the oil lamp he's got and say, y'all have fun on your little I don't know, romantic tier at well, I don't know how the word said. Y'all slip away?
No. No.
Oh, there was
Nope, not
romance?
even slightly romantic. Nope, not at all.
That sounds like someone that's trying to hide a secret romance.
I am distinctly not, Martin.
I
just told you my life story about how I lost my fiance a month ago. I'm not interested, okay? Cool.
Wow, you
well,
move
to
fast.
be fair, yeah.
She just flips him off and face plants.
Zereth is blushing enormously.
Momo's got a shit-eating grin.
Probably not helping.
I had a sweetheart in my older village that I was expected to marry, but fuck that.
Well,
Who needs it when you can get a skinny elf?
I've never been part of a romance.
You're still young. We'll find you somebody. She looks over at Callisto and sort of pinches Jason's cheeks like, isn't he so cute?
She went immediately back to sleep.
Don't worry, I'll find you someone, honey. Pats the top of his head.
I'm good. I mean, I don't know. You don't really miss things that you've never experienced. It's like I can't miss the taste of, like, say, a watermelon if I've never had one.
I'll have to get you a watermelon. Don't worry, I'll get you everything. Sun, moon, stars, I'll figure it out.
Speaking of the sun, moon, and stars, it looks like we've entered another month, too. We're into Solmorum now.
Time sure does fly by fast. Won't be long before it's Nocturum. Oh boy.
Nocturum's not going to be easy. Especially when the winter nights come.
Oh
Not a
yeah,
fan
that's
of-
why.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't I start cooking up some breakfast for everyone? You want to help while we watch? Keep watch?
I think we've got like 3 more watches till morning. I don't know if even if we make food, it'll be warm by then.
That is called a slow soup.
Oh. I mean, sure, I can help.
All right, do you have any bones? We can make a good bone broth.
I have a basilisk bone.
Probably not that.
Then no.
All right, how about this? You get to chop. No, I don't trust you with a knife. Why don't you peel this garlic?
Sure.
Be careful, it's stinky.
I mean, I lived in a forest. It's okay.
Yeah, stinky tends to run through your veins, hun. Stink and grease and scrawniness. Pet pet. It's adorable.
He's just he'll continue peeling. He'll kind of have his like spell book off to the side as he looks into it every now and then and just kind of reads over a few things, prepping his spells for the next day.
Will you be able to take me to that grove you were talking about?
Yeah. Let's see.
You don't think she'll eat me, right? Or maul me to death? Or cut me open and fill my belly with straw and rocks and throw me in a river?
I don't think so.
You sure? Because she hasn't talked to me in so long. I think I angered her.
I don't even know truly and honestly if the person you're thinking of is going to be there. It's just the best place I know that might be a good place to commune with a nature god.
Well, she's your goddess too, right?
Yeah.
Can you put a good word in for me? Say like, "Hey, could you say something, anything, at all, to her?"
I could try.
Thank you. And she's just like very nervously and very quickly chopping up some onions, like in her hands. You can tell she's used to it, dicing onions in her hands.
Did she use that tool where like you don't chop into the center of the onion because that's where all like the juices that make your eyes water kind of sit? Is that even a thing? I feel like
she's just used to it.
Okay. Well, I will say, after a short while, the food will be prepped and ready and slow cooking over the embers of the fire.
Yum yum. You know, when I was younger, I used to just eat roasted onions. You'd take a whole onion and you'd chuck it in the embers and then wait.
I did that with sweet potatoes.
Ooh, sweet potatoes are good. I'm more a fan of regular potatoes, though.
Well, who's next on watch?
I am not sure.
I'll go wake up Soot.
No. He needs his sleep, honey. I'll stay up a bit longer. Why don't you go back to bed?
Castor hasn't done anything yet.
Really can't sleep much more, so I guess I'll go get Castor.
All right. Good. It's been a while since I've been able to talk to him. Everyone needs Martha time.
Eventually, Castor, you'll feel kind of like a nudge on your foot. Just kind of like the dirt ruffles a little bit from the movement. Hey.
Oh, time for my watch.
Yep, come on, angel boy.
Please don't call me that.
When you stop being one, I will.
I don't know what I am, but Castor will get up.
He glows and shit.
Castor will get up and he'll stretch. And sit up and I guess start taking watch, looking around, seeing if there's anything interesting. Doesn't look like anything's around. There's a weird wire around the camp that wasn't there before, but he's not going to question that too much.
I think I'll go for a walk since you guys are watching.
Would you like me to accompany you?
Yeah, I think I can make it around the edge if you want to come.
I just don't want anything to happen to you,
I've already died once. What worse can get?
You could die again.
That's fair.
All right, Martha, I'm going to go for a walk with Jason. Is that all right with you?
You boys be safe.
You know we will.
I really don't.
Castor will smile and then walk off with Jason.
She will gently grab Castor by the shoulder and squeeze it very tightly. Don't do anything stupid.
Of course not.
Okay.
And he looks hurt by that, but
And she'll smooch his forehead like, okay, sweet pea.
Castor will wince at that because it's not something he's ever been used to. So he'll walk away with Jason somewhat awkwardly.
Maybe that was a bit harsh. I don't know.
It wasn't.
Shut up, Lynn. You're dead. I watched you die. I saw it happen.
What you saw was a facsimile.
I wish. All right, so we're walking around where?
Just the outside of the camp.
Yeah. I guess
You'll find him kind of like picking a few things up here and there, kind of like a plant or something, kind of like playing with it until it falls apart. Maybe a rock, some bark or something.
Are there any cool flowers in this area? Anything like that? Any cool flowers or herbs that Castor could pick?
You can roll a nature.
Yeah, let me give that a shot. A 12?
All right. There's some roaming lilies.
Castor will pick those. What about like any herbs that he could give to Martha for cooking? Anything like that?
Wild onion.
Yeah, what? It's better than nothing. He'll pick that up, and then he'll look to Jason. How have you been feeling, Jason?
Restless, really. Getting tired of sleeping all the time. It's the only thing that's expected of me anymore.
I don't expect that of you, but I know that Martha worries about you, and I know that I worried about you, but I also know, well, I know I can trust you. You came through when you said you would. You kept your word to me in a very important time.
I mean, I don't even really remember that word.
So what happened was you were very ill right before your death. You had some sort of magical sickness. And you weren't very fond of being rested up and fussed over. So when Martha and Soot and myself weren't looking, you invisibled yourself. And you grabbed a book from Soot, and you used your magic to somehow put it back together how we needed it. And then you came and gave it to me, told me you had to go do something and not to tell anyone. And I said, go do it. And you did. And then you came back and you were fine like you said you would be until you weren't.
Well, I'm glad I kept my word, I guess.
What you did was very brave.
I don't remember it.
Oh, you stood head to head with a dragon.
Yeah, I was bound to die. It was pretty stupid.
It saved all of us.
So where do you come from?
Where do I come from?
Yeah, small talk, you know.
Well, I was born in Sandshade. I don't remember much of growing up.
Like that. He dresses like a Sanshadian.
I guess I heard he came from one of the more outlying villages. I came from a not great area in the city. But I was sent away when I was 6 or 7 to study in Tansem. And I lived at Tansem pretty much until I met you all.
You're going to hear... so I'd say you probably step like a few feet in front of him. then you're going to hear like a little stream.
Okay. I guess I'll turn to Jason. Do you want to check out the stream?
He's peeing on a tree.
Oh, wonderful. Never mind then.
Sorry.
No, when you have to go, you have to go. I just thought I heard something.
Give me a quick perception.
Absolutely. That's a 7.
You are not going to see it, unfortunately. Okay.
All right. So where do you come from then, Jason?
Forest up in the mountains. Well, not really a forest. It's not that big. It's more of a grouping of trees. Other than that, I don't really know. Didn't really have parents. Was never told where I came from. The people in the town close by never really liked me.
You and I seem to have share a few things in common then. I don't remember my parents. Not much, at least. And people in Tansem, other than my teachers, didn't really care for me. I was somewhat reclusive. I studied a lot.
So why are you going after the crystal?
Going after the crystal because everyone else was, and it could give us a better life. I'm pulled to it too by visions that I have.
But what happens when you find it? I mean, then what?
My visions have led me to know that I have to go there, and so far a lot of my visions have been correct. Maybe they'll guide me once I get there, but it's not a decision for me to make on my own. It's a decision that everyone has to make.
Can a crystal really be split like 5 ways?
The crystal itself, probably not, but the reward is 158,000 gold split by 5 is just about 31,400. If my math is correct, it might be a little bit off, more or less.
How would you know it wouldn't fall into the wrong hands?
That's the problem that we come across, is that such power comes such responsibility. Like I said, I don't know until I get there. I don't have that guidance yet. I don't have that wisdom yet, that knowledge. Right now, it's only a pipe dream. Who knows?
I've got a bad feeling about all of this.
I do
don't know.
too.
Eventually, you guys would make your roundabout back to the camp.
All right, Castor will come back, and he will hand Martha the onions he picked.
Thank you, sweetheart.
And as I promised, your boy back in one piece.
Very good. I'm sorry, honey. I was maybe a bit too harsh. I just worry about you boys so much.
It's all right. Castor will then place the lilies he picked down by Callisto, and then he will take a seat back by the fire by Martha.
By the way, honey, do you have a favorite flavor of cake? Just asking.
Why does that matter?
No reason.
Cheesecake.
Noted for you. You like cheesecake. She's
I
actually...
really don't know too much about cakes.
So you'd prefer just like a plain white cake then?
Perhaps. I'm
Maybe with some vanilla beans. Yes. Oh, a classic, of course. Anyways,
angel food cake. Nice. I thought of it in my head, but no. Yeah, I don't really. It sounds lovely. I like vanilla.
Also, Castor, sweetie, if there's anything you ever need to talk about, you know you can come to me, okay?
There's plenty I need to talk about. It's just the fact of I don't know how to talk about anything.
I know, sweetheart, but if it's like growing up stuff, or it sounds like you didn't really have a parental figure.
No, I didn't. My parents gave me away.
That's really unfortunate. Well, consider me your substitute mom.
Castor will smile at that, but you see that the smile is tinged with sadness.
No.
Everybody, everybody seems to have that. The parents that they speak fondly of, even if they don't have them anymore. Well, I mean, Jace still hates his parents, but at least he had them to hate.
Speaking of Soot.
Oh no, what about Soot?
Oh yeah.
Whenever we're ready, I'd like to take a cutaway real quick.
Uh-oh.
Nightmare sequence. Yes.
Go for it.
Give me that scarecrow treatment, baby. I'm ready.
So, Soot, your dream is going to be a little odd. It's not really a nightmare. Well, depends on how you categorize it. You'll be kind of sitting in this marsh-like area. It's thick and it's wet. You hear the bubbling of the stuff nearby. The ground is very mucky and gross. And feels kind of like home. A shaded figure will find its way on the other side of the clearing. In a cloak that is very recognizable. Soot.
Yes.
Did you get my message?
Yes.
Look, I know you don't agree with what we've done. Truthfully, there's nothing I can do about it.
Am I? What is on my person right now?
Mostly just clothes.
Okay, cool. I don't get to don't get to vent some frustration in my dreams. Okay. You know what? Yeah, you're right though, Corey. I am absolutely just going to run up and RKO out of nowhere my dad. Just absolute. Actually, can I tombstone him? Specifically, is that allowed?
Sure, give me an athletics check.
I would love to. I'm actually legitimately tempted to preemptively spend my inspiration to suplex my dream dad. I think I might hold on to it for something important.
Natural 20. I mean, okay.
The second one of the night for not terribly important things.
So you guys will kind of splotch into this mud. It'll kind of splash everywhere. The one thing you'll notice is you don't even really feel the impact, you yourself. It is, unfortunately, a dream.
Yeah, so I'm going to stand up. I'm going to spit on him. So, you're telling me this whole time so many things that you have never told me. First off, it's not just you into all of this. Second off, you have the ability to speak to me at any point in time, whether it be through my ring, or now that I'm learning, through my own dreams, so that I have no peace, even in my own mind.
This was a favor I had to ask for.
From me? If you come to me asking for a favor, you better believe the answer is going to be no.
What if I told you your life and everyone else's it's in the balance?
Then I'll do it for me, but I don't want you to ask. Because if you ask, I'll let this world die. Because it's your fault, and the fact that you're not making any effort to clean up your own mess other than asking your own child to do it is obscene. if you have the ability to do this magic, what do I have? I have a spear. What can I do? You can talk to me in my dream. You can send me messages. I can stab things. What is that going to do against that? I've seen it. By the way, fun fact, I've met him. So thank you for that.
You know the creature is from a different world.
That's also news. I'm just really glad you're so fast on these updates, because honestly,
Regardless of our estranged relationship, I figured you at least want to know what's about to happen.
Sure. Go ahead.
Depends, am I going to get shoved to the ground again? Anytime soon while I'm talking? Or am I actually going to be able to finish this?
Go ahead, I said. You might after, depending on what you say.
Your mother's been sick. Figure if I was able to summon this thing, it would save her. But I was wrong. I'm not trying to take it back. I'm not even trying to justify this. But it will destroy most things. I don't know where it's at. I don't know how long it will take. It's just scheming right now. We gave it a body, but it did not take it well. I don't even know where it's at. I didn't know if my last message even got to you, which is why I got here.
So basically, the whole time Soot's dad is doing that, Soot starts, actively growling. I just didn't want to push to talk to have y'all hear me growl. So, let me just get your motivation straight. I'm sure that's absolutely what it is. Our mother is sick. So instead of, or my mother, not yours, instead of taking her to a medic, a doctor, a healer, anything,
I have.
you decided to summon a fiend, which notably are not known for their healing capabilities. If you have the ability to pull something from a different plane, why did you not summon a celestial? That seems just as easy. By the gods, Father, you... This is why I don't want to clean up your mess, is because you pick the absolute messiest option for the simplest things. There are healers all over. I know Lorbrim has not the
At this
best
point,
things.
I'm not asking you to clean my mess. I'm warning you so that you don't die.
And I think
Because regardless of what you think of me, you're still my son.
honestly, I thought when I left that I wasn't. Because that's what I wanted. Was to not
Can
be of
still do
yours. And I do. And that is why I am no longer a bishop. That is why I am no longer a Leovold. I am Soot. If I wanted to be yours, I would have kept either of those names. But you know, and I know, that that's not the thing. That is not me. I don't want to be yours. I thank you for the warning. Please don't talk to me again.
Okay. I'll save the last bit of information then. We can end this here.
Thank you. For once, for listening and respecting me. And so it's gonna just wander off in a random direction into the swamp.
Okay. You start smelling smoke the farther you get.
I will, I suppose, walk towards the smell of smoke. Not really any faster. Right now I'm kind of in my own head because that was an unpleasant experience.
As you get further, you're going to notice a crater. It's kind of steep down into the dirt, and there's going to be a shape, but you can't really make out what that shape is. It is glowing. Here's the weirdest part. It's gonna feel like Finn.
Okay. Is there any way, because I'm assuming there is some truth to this dream, seeing as I just spoke with my dad and had a reasonable conversation that would be between my dad, so this is somewhat realistic so far. Is there any way that I can tell where I am? Because I assume it's Lower Brim, so somewhere around that area.
Roughly. It's kind of like a dreamscape. You're in a place, but you're really not. You kind of wandered out of like this mucky area into more like a thick jungle, heavy, kind of misted area. It's kind of like the real world, but it's also kind of not.
And actually, if I may engage in this dream a little bit further, because I just remembered that Soot was told that Finn was not part of the stream. So can I go towards that glow?
Sure.
It reminded me of Finn. I'd like to investigate that if I could.
Dust, I'm going to need your help.
Okay.
Mind playing your beloved character just for a little while longer.
You know I always am, so.
As you head towards this glow, it eventually will become almost blinding. You're going to be in this whited out area. And as you move a little farther, you're going to see a table with two people sitting at it. One you're going to recognize, one you're not. The first is your friend Finn. The second is a female. But I assume right now most of the focus is on Finn.
Yes. So they're just at a table chilling. So like Soot is going to like run to Finn, probably yell like, Finn, is that okay? This is a dream, so I really just want to know if that's actually you or not.
Just 1 second. So you're telling me that I have to pay you money because I landed on this space?
Yeah,
That makes no sense, though.
I own it. It's like staying at an inn.
This game makes no sense. I liked it better when we played that other one. What was it? Yate? Yatso?
Say
Yate?
Jenga?
What's Jenga?
I think you have a visitor. I'll go take a walk.
Soot! What are you doing here?
Okay. I can ask you the same thing. Not to make light of the situation, but Harvestrum requests your presence in the stream.
Did you die?
That's a good question. I don't think so. I was tripped, sat on, and then yelled at, and now I'm here. So, unless
What'd you do?
I don't know, to be honest. Unless Castor's really good at shouting now, I think I'm probably just asleep. I did just talk to my dad, though, so that would mean it's hell. I'm here now, so I don't know what's going on, to be honest. This is a really weird dreamscape.
You talked to your dad. I thought he was... Well, you never actually told me where he was, but...
No, he's a ways away. But but no, he talked to me again and kind of told me a lot of stuff I already knew by talking to that thing that we saw. But to see that you're doing okay actually does lighten my heart quite significantly, Finn.
I that's your question. I'm not going yet. I can still help if I stay here.
Okay, to be honest, based on everything I've seen and unfortunately what happened to you, we might need some help.
How is everybody doing, by the way?
Pretty well. Castor's taking it a little hard, I think, but between you and me, I think he should.
It was not his fault. Y'all can't blame him. What happened. It's done. It happened. Yes, I died, but that was my decision. I decided to go with him. We could have done the whole situation different, but it played out that way. Do not blame him. Do not blame Callisto, and certainly don't blame you or anybody else.
I really appreciate that, Finn. Truly. I suppose you may also want to know that your friend Moment has joined us. I think he came looking for you for whatever reason. He was there for your funeral, at least.
I'm glad to hear he's okay. We were actually going to travel together before I met with y'all. He couldn't leave the same time as I. He was going to meet me up at Pulpa, but things sort of happened. So he's with y'all.
I not a bad guy so far. I suppose I could also, since I've got you here, I can ask you directly. Nope. Rewind. Soot does not know that. I almost just went real meta.
There we go.
Woo!
Well,
okay. Soot will not ask that question.
But Finn will get up and give you a hug, just like, it's okay.
Okay. Soot will. Yeah, Soot's actually gonna cry for that one.
It's okay.
You said you were going to help, though. What do you have in mind? Because we could definitely use some help. It's a little rough out there.
Corey, can I even mention like where I am or how I can help? Because I don't think I was ever told how I can help or anything like that.
I don't think she's told you how you can help yet. And I don't think she's quite explained where you're at either.
Yeah. I don't know. I wish I could be back there with y'all, and I don't even know where we are. I was told that I could have moved on. I could have just let everything go behind, or I could stay here and help. And I had to stay and make sure y'all got through, because y'all wouldn't have gotten y'all can't get through this without my help.
We can. If you want, though, I think the crystal's still back in Fortosa. If you want, we can. We're only a day's way right out. We can go back and get it.
Do
from
not use that crystal. I don't want to be brought back like that. If, to be honest, I don't know if I want to be brought back anyway, because there's too much risk to it.
I mean, there's no better help that you could give us than to be with us in person. But we can't bring you back if you don't want to. I suppose so. We'll mark
I
that
would-
one off the list.
I would rather, if y'all had to, use it to bring one of you back. Don't waste it on me.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
I mean, not like it can get too much worse from here, from what I understand, at least for you. Um, okay.
If you can, I'd like you to bring back a message to them for me. For everyone.
Okay.
This is especially for Castor. Do not beat yourself up about it. It is okay. It was not your fault. And to you and everybody else, find what makes you happy and hold it tight and smile more. The world is a much beautiful place when you smile. And he's going to let go of you and sit right back down and take a few bits of money out of the bank.
Oh, you cheater.
It's
So-
only taking 20s.
That's true. Eventually that female will come back. Her form a little bit more, I'd say considerably solid in a way. At first she was on this like edge of blurriness. She was a being to a point where you knew the rough kind of, she's going to fill out a little bit more. You're going to see the color of her hair, the clothing she's wearing. She's going to have on these white tights with this kind of elven-looking kind of greenish dress. Her ears will be pointed. She will have these kind of soft green eyes and kind of longer yellow hair. It's on the verge of like a bright blonde, but it's kind of got like a shimmer to it, like Castor's wings.
My name is Soot. Who are
Lehman,
you?
actually.
Okay, okay. Lehman, got it. So who are you to be able to protect Finn from the stream?
Well, I fell. And I just kind of exist now. I'm surprised a Dreamwalker could actually even get here.
I didn't mean to, if that's anything. It could be... okay. So, either you...
I know this is really confusing. I wish I could give you the answers, or even remotely let you remember this when you wake up. I don't have that power. And in fact, by the day, I'm kind of losing more and more. That's not a big deal. I mean, everything will work out, I'm sure. One thing that you might know when you wake up is this is something you can do. So you're a dreamwalker. You can kind of go places you're not supposed to when you sleep, but I should warn you about this. It's only going to be something that you can remember when you're sleeping. And I don't know if there's any way to unlock those memories in the real world. But I'll see if I can get Zer to help you.
Sir,
Okay.
I've been speaking to it.
when were you going to mention this?
You've seen me kind of turn to the side while we've been playing, and I've noticed the money you've been taking from the game.
I thought you were taking money too. That's why you were turning.
I don't need to. You keep paying me. That's the thing.
Okay.
Anyway.
If I'm not going to remember this except for when I'm asleep, that changes things. But okay.
I got it. You need to visit somebody else in your dreams.
I mean, I can try that. Would they not? Okay. Visit someone else in my dreams. Okay. I will do that next chance I get. I'm sorry, I'm a little absent-minded. I know it's only been a day, but I feel like it's been a while since I've seen Finn.
You also look like you need sleep, so you might want to sleep more.
That was kind of the cause of me being tripped, sat on, and then yelled at, was that I haven't been sleeping, but they managed to do it once. I just wanted to thank you, ma'am, for protecting Finn and for letting me get to see him again.
Yeah. You guys are heading to Tansom next, right?
As far as I know.
You might not be able to visit somebody else tonight. But, in the meantime, I'll make sure that while you're traveling, no one takes your body.
Is that a risk that I'll have to consider?
Dreamwalking basically means that your soul will leave your body.
Ooh.
And anything else can really kind of take it.
Oh, that take my body. Not like physically move my body, but
Yeah.
Okay, that changes a whole lot.
Think of it like your soul traveling somewhere else.
Right, and then another soul can come in. Okay,
Yeah.
Could
Oh,
I
wow,
possibly take his body?
I mean, if he stays here with me. But it might be harder to get you back. He came here with his own power.
Yeah.
Corey, how dare you give me that offer?
But I have to say that if Finn takes Soot's body, Soot has to roleplay as Finn.
No,
Yeah.
I mean that's
Hi, I
fine,
am Finn.
but I'm just trying to think of. That's
No, Finn would be like, "I'm just joking. We ain't doing that. That'd be crazy. You live your own life. It's an idea in the background if we have no other options, and it'd be a very dumb idea to do."
if I may ask, ma'am, will I be able to come back here again, or was this just like a one-time fluke kind of deal?
Maybe. I know we'll meet again.
I certainly hope so, based on my thoughts, but perhaps a third for this game night, I assume
Yeah.
this is.
Please, she cheats. She
I don't
plays.
cheat.
It's not a good board game if you don't cheat. If you don't think that one of these dice and Soot will just, I guess now that Soot like knows that they're a dreamwalker is gonna start like lucid dreaming, will like pull out their dice set and be like, if you think that one of these isn't loaded just for the sake of having a loaded dice, then you're wrong.
No, she picks games I've never heard of and then like just wins. Like, I don't know what a board wall is or whatever it is.
Well, as fun as this is, Lehman, I think it's time to go back.
Also, that's Soot. I don't know who you keep calling layman.
Oh, I guess that's true. I apologize. My name's Leovold Bishop. Or Leopold Holgain. I apologize, I can't even get my own name right. It's Leopold Holgain. The whole time you were traveling with the heir to the town of Lorprim. It's nice to actually meet you. Don't call me Leopold. You can call me
too. I guess I can give you this while you're here. And she'll hand over to you a ring. Kind of like one of the ones that you found in the forest.
He's a witch.
Okay, so Soot was not actually privy to that ring because that was while Soot was sick and it was put away before.
I just meant for like description purposes.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
it's kind of like that wood with like the smokiness and kind of like this crystal-like thing on top. And upon touching it, you'll know it belongs to you.
Okay, so sorry, I'm going to ask for like an out-of-game question. Is this the same ring that they found, or just another ring of that same kind?
Another ring of that same kind.
Okay. Will I have this when I wake up? Also, what is it?
Might be the only thing you have, and I can't explain it now. But I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Okay, honestly, Finn, is she normally this mysterious?
Yes.
Okay, so is there a point to asking clarifying questions?
They usually end with "I don't know" or "I can't say" or "You won't remember if I tell you."
Okay, alright, I just wanted to know for my effort. Okay, alright, so I guess it is time to go. And
Sun's coming up soon.
Yep, Soot is going to give Finn like one
Yeah.
more big hug. Hopefully I can come back and this will be a somewhat regular thing. And
Maybe you can give me news about what's happening on y'all's side too, so I can stay in the know.
Absolutely. It was so nice seeing you, whether I'll remember it or not. Thank you.
As you say that, and just as Finn is trying to finish what he's saying, you'll feel this pull behind you, and you'll see your body kind of float away from the whole situation, kind of like you're floating to a point where it's like dragging you away, and then you're gonna fall back and down, and you're gonna feel this heat as if you're kind of re-entering almost an atmosphere. And as you kind of fall back, you eventually hit, and you are going to kind of sit up and kind of take in a deep breath, because it's a little jolting, and for a second it feels as though while you were sleeping you weren't breathing.
I know that feeling very well as someone who stops breathing when they sleep, so I get
You
that.
should probably get a CPAP.
I probably should. Hashtag poor life. Okay, so Soot is going to wake up, and the first thing they're going to be like, Castor, I swear if you do that again. Okay, I'm up. What did I miss?
I have soup!
You made soup? It's been like... How long have I been asleep for you to make soup?
It doesn't take a lot of time to make soup. It's literally just throwing stuff in a pot with water.
All night.
Okay, that answers
But yes,
it.
all night.
Okay. Corey,
You'll find
do
that
I
it's
heal?
early morning.
Do I heal one level of exhaustion for getting a long
Yes.
rest? Okay.
You just woke me up by doing that, by the way. Like, Castor was asleep because his watch ended, and you screamed his name waking up, and that probably startled him awake. Like,
So Soot's gonna look around, see that they've probably been moved, and that like a camp has been set up, and just immediately, does anyone know where a stream or a body of water is? I feel like I'm really sweaty. Is there somewhere I can wash up with?
I did a walk around the camp. Would I have seen one? Like around the perimeter, Corey?
Yeah, probably one not too far off into the this kind of like treed wooded area. There's like a stream, not very deep, but deep enough you could wash off in.
All right, Castor will stand up, do a stretch, follow me. I'm going to join you, actually.
Soot is going to look at Castor and like have that kind of like I'm annoyed / like legitimately mad at you. Then that look is going to fade, and Soot is going to grab Castor in a hug and just give him a pat on the back.
Castor's gonna wince up a little bit.
I don't know why, but I felt like that was necessary. Let's go. And Soot is going to walk away.
Oh, Castor will lead him to water.
So after a nice shower, a nice clean, some
Nice
good
guys getting showered, just hot little montage there.
shower montage. Eventually, you guys will find yourself ready to get back on the road for a day. And with one more day left of the forest.
I was gonna say, as I wake up, probably while Castor and Soot are gone, because Callisto's a fairly heavy sleeper, she gets up and then immediately sees the lilies next to her and just stares at them for a solid minute. Just not entirely sure how to process what is sitting in front of her because she doesn't know how they got there. And just says, okay. I'm gonna assume that that's Rieka, but I might be wrong. And she's just talking to the air at this point.
You seem to have gotten a few admirers.
What?
You seem to have gotten a few admirers. Someone else left you a gift.
Oh.
I out of character, I feel like this is something that Jason would just like, oh yeah, that. Like, that's just a Jason being blunt moment.
That Castor put the lilies next to Callisto.
Yeah, because he was with her. That's a absolutely Jason moment.
I think Jason's kind of wrapped in his book currently.
Fair enough. She just says, did you see how they got here? Because I'm casually assuming spirits at this point.
It was totally a ghost. Well, technically an angel boy.
You see her face, like, kind of half fall and half lift. She realizes what you mean. It's like, oh.
Hey, honey, what type of cake do you like?
Cheesecake.
And not you, sweetheart, but I already have that written down. Don't you worry.
With love and respect, I am not familiar with cake, and that is a very random question.
Okay, vanilla bean. Just, you see her writing something down.
I always like
something.
The flavor that's late. Chocolate.
Stop.
That was a terrible pun.
You need to be stopped. When I learn Gaius, I'm going to make it so that you can't do time memes anymore. That's what I'm going to do.
They will never stop.
She just says, I am a fan of, like, fruit. Like strawberries.
Ooh, strawberry vanilla.
Ooh.
I'll keep that in mind. Strawberries on the outside.
I will say, Jace, during your shower, you will notice that there is a ring on your finger. But to keep the flow, let's go ahead and start a travel for the day. Get you guys on the road.
Absolutely. No
You
objections here.
Yeah. You see Martha's basically vibrating both with excitement and what seems like anxiety. She's fidgeting very much so.
Is it sold more in the second yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to actually switch over here in a second so I can get to the calendar. Yeah, there we go. And it is now Somorum the 2nd. I just got to get this thing to do what I need it to, and it's not going to because these little bubbles are in the way. I'll fix that in a bit. Somehow. Yeah, I'll fix that somehow. I don't know if I fucked it up or not, but it's not It's not letting me move it. So Moram the second.
Oh, geez, it's only 7 days till my birthday.
Did Martha hear that? Because
No, that's me. That's me, Maxwell, saying that. It would have an accent if it was Castor.
So who would like to roll our 1d100 for the day?
Aren't we
Not
going to
it.
use a travel crystal?
We're using the travel crystal when we get to the woods so that we don't have to deal with enemies in the woods. That was my thought process. And then that should get us to
I'll roll.
Ansem.
A 4.
Ooh, impressive.
Cool. It's a great role in Call of Cthulhu.
There you go. That's it. Switch systems.
We called Cthulhu. Oh, God.
While he's looking that up, I went to a diner earlier today after getting my blood drawn for like stuff. They had microwaved pancakes. How hard is it to make a fresh pancake in a breakfast diner? Hey guys, it's microwaved. I can tell. I couldn't even cut through it with my fork.
Gordon Ramsay over here.
Yeah, Izzeay, I can't tell if this is you or your character.
Yes.
So as you guys are making your way down the road, you'll eventually see this small crate that has been kind of left behind, it seems. There are cart marks as if somebody has been through the area recently. But this shattered crate seems to be leaking certain different colored liquids.
Oh, well, with you
Let's
saying
not
that,
touch that.
immediately going to just cast Detect Magic because it seems like the smart thing to do.
Sure. There is magic inside of it, but it's not. It's not like casted magic. It's more like brewed magic. It has the potential for magic.
Are the liquids coming out magic too? The ones that have
Yes.
leaked? So some sort of potion, perhaps.
Boys,
Well-
be careful.
I can take a look. I believe I'm.
Hold on, before you do that, is it a crate like with a top, or is it like a sealed crate?
Kind of like a crate with a top, kind of like a carrying crate to move things.
Oh,
It looks like it's got like little sections in it to hold vials or bottles.
I want to do this then. Boom! I can instantly cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut. If it's got a door,
It's open. Yeah, it doesn't really have a top. Think of it like a booze crate. It's got like two handles,
Oh.
to it, and then there's like little sections for like liquids and drinks.
Castor looks like this is kind of like out of his wheelhouse, and he'll look to Jason. You know anything about this, Jason?
No, I've never seen that crate before.
No, I mean the things that might be inside of it. They look like magical brewed potions, perhaps.
I didn't make them.
I didn't say you did. I asked if you knew anything about like what they might be.
Oh, okay, specifics.
Maybe go and check it out, and he'll tap him on
They're
the back.
red.
Sure.
Give him a guidance, by the way.
Martha is immediately like, I'll go with him. And she's just hovering over Mother Hen. Just be careful.
I will go with them too because I'm kind of interested in this as well.
Okay.
I will stay back. I volunteered, but I think 3 people is enough over there.
Yeah, I just gave him the good old let's cheat at dice maneuver.
I am standing directly next to Soot, just not letting him out of my sight. Them out of my sight.
So as you guys get over to the crate, there are about 2 or 3 bottles that are still intact. One is a green square kind of like vial. It's got some sort of golden skeleton with 3 eyes on it. It's bubbling inside the container itself.
Skeletons usually aren't good news.
Don't touch that. I am putting my foot down. No. We've
He's
already
got
gotten
this
so many
enchant
cursed
picking it up.
daggers.
Oh man, I was gonna pick it up.
The second vial is pink, kind of in the shape of a genuine heart. Inside is a kind of a purplish liquid that kind of sloshes about. And the third is some sort of vial that looks like it has some sort of creature's jaw around it, topped with 2 teeth. And inside is, it looks to be some green liquid with a dead pixie inside.
I'm picking that one up.
Stop. No.
Can Martha roll, what would it be, an Arcana?
Sure.
Her husband did make potions. She doesn't know shit.
I did give Jason a guidance so he could check it out too.
I'm gonna check out the one I hold too. So
Okay. Anybody looking into it, you can use magic or arcana. A 7 for Izzeay. Probably not much to know about any of these. Moment with a 15. You're looking at the one that you picked up?
yeah,
Is that the green vial, or which vial is that?
the jaw one.
That is a change form potion. It will allow you to switch your race.
I don't know what to do with this now, but he will pocket it and wait till we figure out what the other one does. The other two do. If y'all need, I can look at them as well.
Oh, did you figure out what that one does?
He will actually act a little nervous, like he has no idea what to do about it. He's like, yeah, but I'm still thinking on the implications of such a potion being made.
I mean,
None of these
Is
look incredibly great. One's a love potion, that's venomous poison, and then the other will change your race.
change your race. Huh.
Yeah, if like you're an orc but want to be a human, you can drink it. And well, it might be a toss-up of what you get, but it could make you human.
So it's random.
You don't pick what you become.
It goes off your inner desires and needs. So
I see. Huh. I could see that being useful in some circumstances.
it doesn't work on goblins or small or tiny creatures.
What, did they explode or something?
More like bubble and die into acid.
They melt. Okay, noted. Do they melt from like the inside out, or? Sorry, stupid question.
I mean, I'd have to see something drink it in order to study it and see the effects.
A bit of Matthew just came out of me right there. Oh, I've been married to him for too long.
We found what they are.
That's great. What do we have, if I may ask?
Well, mostly harmless. There's poison, and he'll go through the spew again.
Moment's just going to be holding the potion, like looking at it, and instead of putting it away.
We could probably sell them. I don't see why we'd need them.
I mean, no.
Can I keep the love potion?
Who do you want to fall in love with?
If I may
No,
say,
I just want to learn how to make it.
No. Okay. You can keep it, but I will watch you as you learn that because I don't trust you with it. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't trust you with that.
Truth is, I have a deep and non-understanding love for you, and I just wish for you to return the favor.
I mean,
Honestly,
all you have to do
if it was so hard just to embrace me,
all you have to
he's
do
just
is
gonna kind of
ask. All you
like
have
hold
to do
out
is
his
ask.
hands.
And Soot will take them and embrace. Legitimately, I know you don't remember all the things that you've done, but I remember, and I don't trust you with that potion. So I will. How about this? Because I know you're going to end up with it anyway. I'll hold on to it. When you want to study it, we can study it together.
Let him have the potion.
It's
He's
a
man.
date.
He's a man of his word.
It's a
He's always
date.
kept it.
And the potion of... Okay. So, I think we could probably sell the potion of form change, unless
I
anyone needs it here.
As you say that, I would like to keep it.
Okay. All right.
I
That's
think
fine.
I think we're a bit too quick to sell things. Maybe we could find uses for them.
I would
I mean,
argue. Sorry.
oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I can think of a selfish reason for the a race-changing potion for myself, but if you guys want to sell it, it's all right.
Oh,
I might have use for the reagents in their broken down forms. If we don't wish to use the potions, it might be more valuable in the long run than selling them.
If we come across another dragon, we could chuck that poison in its mouth.
that's true. I mostly don't want to get rid of the poison because I don't want it to get into someone's hands who will
Oh, absolutely.
use it for evil. So if anyone's going to use it for evil, it's going to be me.
Well, think of it this way. What if the vagrant guy actually got a hold of the race change? He was evil, right?
Yes.
If we sell it, it could potentially put it in the hands of people who could use it to avert the law.
That's true. And we could do that. If anyone's going, like I said, if anyone's going to commit murder, it's going to be me. If anyone's going to avoid the law, it's going to be us. Particularly, wait. Hey, Martha. Wait.
Castor doesn't like this.
Out of character, I'm sorry, Izzeay. Did you tell us about the fact that you owe 75 smackers?
No,
Oh, damn
Is
it!
it 75? I thought it was 25 stacks.
it's a lot.
It's
okay,
a lot.
it's a lot.
It's a lot. I was just wondering if the warrant was for a dwarf woman or for Martha Blackbrick, and we could just be like, I don't know who Martha Blackbrick is. This is
Sounds like a dwarf
this
to
is-
me.
This is
this
Marcia
Martha
Blackbrook.
Yeah, yeah.
This is Martha Brick Black.
This
This
is
is a-
Marcia Redbrick.
I'm trying to remember like a Walmart brand name, like it's Mountain Lightning instead of like Mountain Dew, something like that, basically.
Marcia White Cobble.
Okay. So, all right, then let's keep them all. So we've got 3 really cool potions. We've got a crystal of
Clairvoyance.
and then a poison dagger that I believe doesn't have any more poison left.
Nope, we don't have that. We
We
buried
don't.
that with Lynn.
Oh, we did. I'm sorry. I thought we did the other one. Do we have that one?
No, we buried the horse head, the horse jaw one. No,
Donkey.
the horse jaw, the donkey jaw. We left with Marcia.
Okay. That's a bit of a haze. I'm sorry that I don't remember. Also, I want to apologize to everyone for my attitude yesterday. I think I did actually need a good night's sleep. I seem to be feeling a
It's
bit better
okay,
today.
honey. We've all been there.
You're
You
welcome.
look a little.
Sorry for what I had to do.
Given what was happening to me, I was going down a bit of a dark road, so I appreciate you as friends for looking after me and making sure that I'm okay. So, thank you for that.
I mean, the alternative was we beat you about the head, neck, chest, and breast.
That
until
would-
you go
that would take
unconscious.
A very
Oh,
long
dear.
time, and I'd be willing to bet I could take at least. And so it's gonna like spin around and be like, I could probably take Moment, and I can take Castor.
You want to test that?
Callisto, you cheat.
Castro
Callisto, you
like
cheat.
cocked his head at you.
Yeah.
Callisto, you cheat. Zer, I know you, and that would probably be an even match. And Martha, I don't think I could bring myself to hit you, not even once. So that's everyone's secret weapon is Martha.
Castor would cock his head at him with Moment. Be like, "You sure about that?"
Yeah, I was about to say, like, Moment's gonna look up at you. He's like, "You want to stress test that?"
Boys, honeys, sweethearts, dears, do not. No fighting.
We can spar after dinner. How about that?
I have to go into the woods to try and find my goddess or another goddess. And there's a fucking mosquito that's driving me nuts.
Why don't we do that once we're fully in the woods? We seem to be getting close to the edge of the woods. We can do that. I'm not sure what you're looking for, but we'll probably find it on the way.
We should just set up watch, make dinner, go to sleep.
Spar.
Yes,
I
fight.
don't want to hurt Soot though.
Yeah.
Castor will smile.
You won't.
I have no qualms about hurting him.
Well,
Well, I
I'd
don't
say
want to have to hurt you then.
you guys can continue down the road a bit more. I'll need everybody to roll a perception for me.
You got it.
I was
Absolutely.
gonna say
Wait,
there was a
wait,
roll there.
I see that you rolled. You can add a D4 to that roll because you never used the guidance.
Oh, yeah.
On point.
Also,
Perception.
I forgot to be honest earlier
Oh.
with my, I believe, few athletics checks that I did. I did not count into advantage, so my 6 is actually a 3 in perception because I am still kind of tired.
Okay. So, you guys will head down the road a little bit more. At the edge of the forest, there is going to be a pretty unfortunate sight. There will be a cart overturned and 2 perished donkeys and a small group of 5 people hung by their necks in the trees, just kind of swaying there. With the
That's
state of
not good.
decay, Castor, with your natural 20 that you have here, they'll have been here for about 3 days.
Oh, bless their hearts.
The donkeys?
The bodies.
Human and donkeys, yeah.
Oh, human and donkeys.
Well, mostly human. There's a half-orc female up there, too.
Would anyone mind helping me put these poor souls to rest? I know it's a grisly sight and it's going to smell. but
Okay, should I look in the cart to see if I can get any sort of ID for them?
That would be lovely. I don't feel comfortable going through their things, but I can get everything prepped.
Yes. If you'd like, while other people cut stuff down, I can dig a hole for them.
I can make that a little bit easier. I can mold earth, so if you want to do the cutting,
Why don't I do that? I'll help cut down and move everything. So we'll just kind of do that. I know my spear isn't serrated, but they'll probably use their spear to cut the things from the trees.
Okay. With Martha's investigation of a 14. Most of the things in the cart are clothing. All weapons seem to be gone. It looks like it's been kind of ransacked. There might be like a single gold left over of like this really larger pouch, which may have been full. And there are papers with guild signatures on them. It seems that these people were part of a guild. Notice the golden rose.
Okie dokie.
What rank are they?
They were scuffed.
And as they're bringing the bodies down, can I look at them, like, see if they look familiar, or do they, like, I guess that's the best description is, do they look familiar?
Sure. You can go ahead and roll a history for me.
Alright.
Where exactly is Moment from?
Cherryton.
They don't look like anybody you know.
Okay.
How many are dead, by the way?
5.
Okay, she's going to roll up the papers with the single gold and basically hop out of the cart and show it to everyone. Like, I think we're supposed to take these to the next guild place we go. I'm not sure. But they were a scuffed guild, the Golden Rose.
What was
Poor
their mission
dears.
that they were on?
Does it say?
It says they were dealing with some bandits in Wolf Pass Forest.
Bandits in Wolf Pass. Oh, shit.
So, do we take over this quest then?
I would. Go ahead.
It feels like it would be kind of heartless not to. We're still going on that way. I wouldn't say I'll say this. If we run into them, we'll take care of it, but I don't think we should follow these individuals, given what's already happened. Given a scuffed guild was already murdered by this, it might be best to just see what happens. Worst case scenario, we take it to Tansum and they can get, a bigger guild to deal with this.
Corey, how many people were there?
5.
5 people, 2 humans, a half elf, a half orc, and a goblin.
Okay. And forgive my ignorance, Scuffed it's higher than newbie, or is it?
That's how I ranked.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's one rank above.
Oh, it's essentially. Okay.
All
right.
Corey, my detect magic is still going. Do any of them have anything magic about them? Or is there any magic in the area? All right.
I mean, one of them looks as though they have residual magic, like they used to be a caster, but nothing on them.
No spell books or anything like that that Jason could possibly make use of?
It looks like anything of value was kind of taken.
All right. Well, then, Castor will just do just summary funeral rites and just...
Zereth's going to look at the ground around them, since you mentioned before how the storms and the rain from the night before. Is this suitable place for burial, or are they going to get unearthed?
No, it looks pretty suitable. The soil's a little soft, so it'll make it easier for digging. And if you bury them deep enough, they should be okay.
I'll relay that to the party. We don't have to burn them. You can bury them as you like. He's going to take out and put together his Wayfarer bow and string it. I'm going to take a look around. And he's going to search the area for any kinds of... Noting the alarm spell that Moment cast the night before, he's going to look for any similar kinds of lines or tripwires in the area, and obviously any movement in the trees that seems unnatural as he scouts the perimeter.
Okay. Let me see here. Oops, sorry.
I was going to say, while he's doing that, could Callisto be checking to see if their method, their cause of death was hanging, or if there was another cause of death?
Yeah, you can go ahead and give me a medicine.
Okay.
Also,
let's see. Can I get a investigation from Zereth?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Izzeay also had a question. Just wanted to point that out. Or a note, I suppose.
Well, we could take the wagon. It's just going to rot here if we don't. And if we don't take it, someone else certainly will.
Then why not leave the wagon for somebody else who might be able to use it? We don't need one.
We can take it to Tansen and sell it.
What he said, it was tipped over, right?
Yeah.
How bad a shape does it look in?
One of the wheels are broken, and the axle looks like it could use repair.
Is there enough?
Probably not.
Is there enough wood around for me to use my mending spell to mend what I could on it to make it
You'll have to
pushable?
basically replace the full axle at this point. It's kind of broken in about 2 or 3 places.
I can't fix this.
Also,
All
I
right.
assume it's just like one of the basic, almost like a trailer that you like put where it's just like a flatbed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, nothing terribly fancy. It's what I'm assuming if it's a scuffed guild.
To get to Callisto's medicine roll, with a 16, these people were tortured. A couple of fingers are missing. Some lacerations. It looks as though their wrists were bound at one point as well. They give some telltale signs of bruising from ropes and such. And they look as though they've got some burns kind of from like electricity or something. Something like burning them maybe, as if they were sitting in something. within kind of checking around the area, you're going to see this on a tree, and it looks it looks a little that's got like these markings and sigils on it. And it's going to have 2 initials underneath. GK.
It's not the same emblem from the Skull Keepers. That
It is. Yeah. This one's just a little bit more fancy.
Oh my God. What is it? Sweet. Oh, shit.
Jason, you might have a look at this too with your arcaniness.
Sure.
This isn't good. This is not good. Okay, we definitely shouldn't bother these people at all. I wouldn't say bother or encounter them if we can. They aren't going to be very happy with. This is bad.
It was etched with magic. This wasn't made by hand here.
But it's not active.
No.
Like
Sorry, the smell of the bodies is a little overwhelming.
This is despicable.
They were not good people.
I can
They
tell.
weren't good people.
Many travelers travel this path through the forest every day.
They were a scuffed guild just like us. If they got killed, chances are we will be too.
A traveling merchant will do even worse.
Does Callisto mention what, like, the bodies, how they tortured and all that?
I was gonna say, I think I come in around this point and go, we have a Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense with the skull and the... So, they were tortured to death.
My
That's
point
news to
shown.
anyone.
We cannot let these monsters stay. We have to do something.
If I might, for a second, pose a question. What would Finn do?
I tell you exactly what he would do.
Go find them and fight them and beat them.
Look, don't listen to me. I'm a coward and I'm an old lady. If you guys want to go do it, help yourselves. I'm just warning you that it might not end well for us.
I know that Finn would go and do this, but I don't. Martha says that it might not end well for us. I don't want to lose anyone else.
If we go to Tansom, we could also get reinforcements, guards, explain what happened, possibly get more help.
By then, they could have killed more people.
Do you doubt our abilities? Do you doubt your own abilities, Castor?
I think that's an unfair question, though.
I do doubt my own abilities.
What'd you say, Zereth?
I said, moment, don't provoke us. What Finn would have done is probably have gone off in search of them. What we have the choice to do is go together. Perhaps we can even
set a trap? Yeah. Ambush. What if we set a trap?
Hunt them down.
Who would be the bait? Oh no.
I'll do it.
No,
I'm small. I don't seem like.
I volunteer as tribute in that case. No, you are.
I'll do it.
It would be better.
I look fancy. I look like I might have money. I can wear my vestments. I can defend myself if worst comes to worst up close.
But they're already looking for me.
What spells could you cast without your hands?
Me?
Who,
I
me?
can go invisible.
Jason could
Any
be
of
with
you.
me.
I can only make one person invisible. It would be best for me to do it. I could get out of the way. They wouldn't even know where I'd go.
Callisto?
And
I have a proposal, actually. Are there any particularly rare animals in this area? Or, better yet, DM question.
Mhm.
Would there be any particularly tiny dinosaurs that I could possibly turn into that wouldn't be common in Wolf Pass Forest?
Probably. I'd have to do a quick look up, but yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Like, not necessarily deadly, but pretty and rare.
Probably like a compy.
Like an Archaeopteryx?
Yeah, something like that.
Itty bitty velociraptor.
Yeah, I was going along the lines of Velociraptor, but I don't think I have high enough skill to do
No,
that.
in 5e, Velociraptors I think are like small and like low challenge rating, but I could be misremembering.
You could also be, I mean, when you shapeshift into an animal, can you change the colors? You could be an albino bear.
Technically I can only transform into an animal I've seen, which is why I transform into the bear that I do. It was the first bear I ever saw.
There's another idea. He'll pull out the change race potion.
I don't
One-
think that will help us much right now.
No, we drink it, change into something like to a person, like someone that would look like either
I don't think
very
it lets
rich.
you choose.
It's a permanent change as well.
I'd be willing to drink it to
Mm,
make sure that we stop these.
I don't think it would help us at all.
What if it turns you into a halfling?
If it turns me into a halfling, that's fine. Like I said, I'm willing to take the chance.
There's no reason to.
Why would you disgrace your own kind like that?
Oh, tiefling supremacist.
Are you saying that to Moment or to?
Yep, to Moment.
He will turn to Callisto and say, "It's not about disgrace or anything about that. It's about doing what is necessary to stop evil."
It's not necessary, though.
I'm pretty sure we're all agreed it's not necessary, and I'll be honest with you, your horns are beautiful. I prefer you kept them.
Yes, they're very horny.
Also, if I may say, I hate to do this, but I think Martha is our best bait if we are going to do bait for a trap. I think that is our best option.
I'd like to bring up the dinosaur option again.
I mean,
Also-
that's something as well, yes.
Why is she the best for these people?
Oh,
yes,
yeah, you
we're
don't
here
know.
for that. They're looking for her already.
We
so-
have bad blood. Let's put it that way. I convinced my husband to leave their little guild.
bad skulls between you two, bad bones.
They're hunting all of us, though.
Yes, but me in particular. And I am 1, old. 2, if I'm alone, I will look very out in the open and easy to capture and or torture. And 3, I don't want any of you hurt.
But they're not going to want to capture and torture you. They're just going to
going
want to kill you. They might want to capture and torture me, or anyone else for that matter, to get to you. I could just
The
make
more
my
we sit here and talk and try to plan this out the best we are, the more time they have to regroup. And
Yes, I say I bait.
Well, they've had 3. Wait, hold on. Was 3 days said out loud by Castor?
I mean, no, but
They've had enough time for the bodies to rot. Like, so
Yeah.
notice the bodies have rotted. I mean,
they've already had time to regroup, Jason.
the more we sit here, the more we do nothing, and the more they have time to hurt more people.
I'm putting my foot down. I will be bait. Just tell me where to go.
One last idea, and then we'll decide. They don't know that I am with y'all. I go in. Y'all, they'll wherever we have to go. They capture me. They take me to the base.
It
And
sounds
then
like they're just going to murder and hang you, hon.
What happened to your friend before? It didn't turn out well.
he will glare at you.
Can we stop going for the throat at each other? I don't think it's helping anything.
I just want to get this over with. Look,
I'm with Martha.
they're after me. If it weren't for me, they probably wouldn't even be thinking about any of you. So I say I take this hit, okay? If the worst comes to worst, you have the crystal. Just use it on full moon, please.
We don't. You don't know we have the crystal.
God damn it!
Yes, the crystal is. I mean, admittedly, the crystal is back in Fortosum, and we would have to go get it. But I mean, if that is your request, I'd be
Yes.
willing to. Okay.
Normally, I would be happy with my bed, but I have to make sure you kids are okay.
Noted. Okay. All right. So let's, Jason. I know you're itching to go, but we should have a plan, and I would like to.
I'm not saying we shouldn't have a plan, but sitting here and discussing on what we should and shouldn't do is just, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like it's a waste of time. Most of us want to do something. I feel like we fight ourselves at every turn. And these discussions end up being way too long. And then we start going for the throat, which makes us argue, which makes us not really much of a group. And then we start getting mad at each other for a while.
Yes. Here's what I'm thinking. I take this cart. They know my cart. They know me. Maybe some of you hide in the cart. Some of you... Callisto, you could be a large bird or a small bird or something to stay hidden. Jason can be close to me, invisible. It will make me look like I'm just on my own. And we bait them.
Why don't we just do it this way? Everyone just stays in the cart, and then Jason stays invisible. Whenever they come to fight you, Jason opens up the door, we jump out of the cart, and boom, we've got an ambush.
Okay. I will say we should probably have a word for the ambush.
I don't think, well, I don't know if we've tested this. I assume we won't be able to hear outside of the house if we are in the cart, because doesn't like the door. Yeah,
You don't have to use the house. You can just all pile into the cart. Using the house might be a bit...
Why not use pomegranate as the code word?
Okay.
I think that would cause too much... You know what? Yeah, pomegranate.
Well, who uses pomegranate in casual conversation? If I may
You'd just
ask.
be like, I wish I had one last pomegranate before I go.
Okay, so we hide in
Name the
cart normally,
donkeys.
and
Name
then-
the donkeys. We have pumpkin, pecan,
Also,
pomegranate. That's our trigger.
If we're outside, if we're in the cart, we can hear what's going on outside. If we hear you being fought, we will come out. I mean, that's also that thing. So,
Martha, are these people more about brute force or arcane?
I think you hit your push to talk, Izzeay.
I think it's arcane, right, DM?
A bit of mixture of both, but 90% arcane.
I have something in store for them then.
Okay. All right, everyone into the back of the cart. We're doing this.
we all
It
pile
might
in.
be.
Oh, go ahead, Callisto, sorry.
You're fine. It might be for the best if one of us is outside the cart, and given I can basically disguise myself at will as a random
We have Jason,
animal.
invisible.
Yes. Right,
Yeah.
but she can be out as well. And then
Yeah, you
It
can
would be
a-
better for two people to be outside. Yes, I think that's a better idea.
The cart is very small.
Okay, so you can be an animal. Jason will be invisible. Everyone else in the cart. Let's go. I hate to rush us, honey, but the more we spend time sitting here.
Moment when things go down, try to get yourself as far back as you can. I'm going to make it so that the casters have a bit of trouble, but so will we.
Okay.
I have a spell that I've been meaning to try out.
I don't have to be close. I am also a caster, so I'll thanks for the warning.
Okay, let's get this show on the road. Oh, God.
Well, I think that's actually a perfect place to end it for the night. We are unfortunately out of time.
Thanks for listening to this episode. Don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss an episode, and comment so we can bring more people to join the story with us. We want to thank Syrinscape as we use their sound systems for our sound effects and music. Check out the description if you want to know exactly which sets we used this episode. Thanks to Kobold Press, we use their monster write-ups to keep our players on their toes and you listeners on the edges of your seats. Join us next episode as we continue our story.